This is what we are looking at right now. I've gotten more shades and better T posts or ZU posts to better hold them. So yeah, move them under the shade because man, the heat is sometimes at 100 over 100. And from last year, I noticed that last year my plants had a lot of sunburn and then they stopped producing. They had flowers and stopped producing the flowers. It wasn't until like August they came back, you know. So all June, July into the first beginning of August, oh no, my plants suffered. So this time around I decided to like get shades. But the shades so far I see is affecting the tomatoes because I got four indeterminate and I got one determinate. I didn't understand at the time that those indeterminate ones grow so big and there's no way with the shade they couldn't do anything. The cantaloupes, mostly they get ripe before I even know. But if you go closer, you can smell it when they're getting ripe. They have this beautiful fruity smell that comes around there. Yeah. But these cantaloupes, I didn't plant them. Like I said, they were supposed to be my it was I had two compost boxes. So these were just things I threw in the compost from during maybe early January or so. And then when the spring came, I just started seeing the cantaloupes everywhere.
Mm.
And I'd already planted okra seeds in there. Then the cantaloupe started growing and covering they were like stunting my okra seeds. But I still got a lot of okra though. And I was shocked because I was used to having okra plants be so tall. But these ones are short and they're producing like if you see one little flower stalk today, by tomorrow you're seeing a big okra. I don't know how they grow overnight. Like I was always harvesting okra plants. Yeah, that was one. Um yeah, the cantaloupes, they just kept doing their thing. You see, I was just looking. If I don't look for them, I don't know where they are because they're like I didn't create something to for them to stand upon. Yeah, and we later took it in, just washed it up, cut it up. You know, I had cantaloupe for like maybe 2 days, 3 days. Yeah, they taste better than the ones at the store, honestly, because yeah, maybe because it's got ripened on the vine. Is it the vine? What do you call it? Yeah, and so many seeds, so many seeds. I just took the peels and went to pour them back on the with some seeds too. So I'm looking for more trouble, right? Plenty seeds. And I've just been harvesting as I go. You know, when you have a small garden, you can have big harvest. You get okra, yeah, little pepper, yeah, some tomatoes, yeah. And most of them I've noticed what I read online and it makes sense. I harvest the peppers before they get too ripe or the tomatoes because when I leave them on the tree so much, I notice they just start splitting open or something hits them. It's something is eating them up. So I just decided to just get them off before they're totally ripe. Um, But the okras I've been so impressed by the okras. The tomato plants, eesh, I got the red beef steak, I got the big beef, I got Bush Goliath and the Somerset. The first red beef steak did not produce anything. The others produced, but the indeterminate Bush Goliath, the determinate Bush Goliath was the one that even gave me more. You see, they just kept drying up. I don't know. I what they were like. Maybe it's overwatering. I will stop watering too much. Then added some bone meal, fish bone meal, whatever. Oh, there's no much calcium. There's no much potassium. I did banana water. Oh Lord, this tomato showed me pepper this time around. Last year they had a lot of tomato plants, but they were tiny, right? But this year I don't know. I just have five plants. Although I started some in the containers, you might have seen them when I started the video. I have like 20 tomato plants in containers. Those were Roma. We like the Roma ones, Roma tomatoes. So I want to see how those ones are going to be. But so far, I've noticed they're going so tall. So I guess I got the indeterminate fruit. That was the one I got from the store. And because of the shade, there's no way for me to support these plants. If I can't support them, they're gonna fall over like the first ones I got from the store. You see those five ones I got from the store? I got them at 4.97 each. And honestly, I'm so disappointed. I didn't get more. I got like 4 pounds, 11 ounces from the tomatoes. I've just been keeping them in the freezer. I had like three of them, but I've been keeping them just so I can see how much I got. You see, the spring onions is the G. I'm telling you, every other week, you see, once I do this, in 5 days, once you come back, they're grown again. And this was what I got this in February. I think I got the spring onion. I took out the bulb on there and planted it in soil, and honestly, it's been great. You see my water leaf. I have water leaf too. I think this is too, yeah, this is too compact because a friend just gave me the pack the soil where they used to grow before. So they've been growing so much. I've made up my mind to like just transfer them into. I have to create other box raised beds for them to, yeah, so I can spread because they're not growing well. You see my tomatoes, unless they were getting yellow again. I don't know if it's calcium deficiency or too much potassium. I don't even know. You know, at this point, I'm just tired. The peppers are the only ones doing so good. My habanero peppers have been producing so much. I've even been eating. I've been cooking with it, honestly. So I do forget to video sometimes. My green, I had some. There's this leaf called green. I don't. I can't remember. There's another name. It's called, but yeah, the it's not been doing so well. But my spy, like my herbs have been doing good. I even planted apples. I wanted to see if they were going to grow, and they've been growing. Right. I got hibiscus too. I'm growing some hibiscus. We like the drink, so I'm trying to see how easy it is to grow the hibiscus plants. Yeah, my kale. I've gotten a lot of harvest from kale. Gotten, you see my okra here. I've been saving them in the freezer, and then I finally got a lot of batch. So I made okra soup. This is from Nigeria, so I ate it with amala. That's amala right there. That's another kind of fufu. So pepper. Honestly, the peppers, even as small as they are, they're producing. The peppers are not so tall, but I don't know. Maybe I got the dwarf variety, but they've been doing so well. So my lesson this year is for tomatoes, just go for determinate, honestly, because if you're gonna use shade, Texas is so hot. Even in the evenings, sometimes it's as hot as 90 in the evenings. Towards 8 p.m., 9 p.m. is still as hot as 80, 85, 90. So the plants, I can imagine what they're going through. Like it's so. Even my tomatoes, the ones in the containers, they've been having flowers, but the flowers come there, they dry off, they just fall off. They're not able to like go to full production, and I think that's what affected the other ones I got from the store too. Like only the peppers. I think they said peppers like sun. Tomatoes should like sun too, but I don't know what's happening. See my habanero. I'm so happy for this habanero. It's so expensive, very expensive in the store. So I'm just glad it's doing well. So I planted some. I started some in containers too. I'm just gonna see how they go. Then I'll update with another video later. But like I said, my okras are the OG, cantaloupe OG, peppers OG, tomato na. My what's it called? The water leaves, yeah, they two clustered together. I need to spread them out. But my basil, rosemary, I got garlic going on. I didn't plant ginger, no ginger. I got rosemary, basil, mint, yeah, spring onion. I've been doing a lot of cooking with those ones. Let me say, it's a lot of work. You have to think about the slugs, the pests. There's always one thing or the other going on with these things. I don't know. And then the plants, I decided to like trim the tomato, all those dead leaves. I just decided to just trim them off, then harvest the kale. So I've not been letting the kale grow too much because there's this slugs keep eating them, and then I saw them going yellow. I decided to like just harvest a lot of them like real quick. Peppers every other day, it gets ripe. By the time you come out the next day, there's something on there ripening. But I think I want to invest in more soil the next growing season. I want to fill out this these growing beds. The beds, yeah, I want them to be very full. So I'll know if it's a soil problem too. If you see each of these beds, I put in like over eight what's it called, over 8 bags each of soil, because the soil where the plants are, the grass is growing, it's very hard, like very hard. It's like, I don't know, is it clay? Is like dark clay, very hard. So all the ones I've been, I told you I was harvesting them early, so I just put them indoors, then they ripen up. I'm most happy about the habaneros. I wish the tomatoes would do well because those are two things we eat a lot. So you see, I put in more tomato plants in containers. I'm just trying something because they said if you plant them in bigger containers, they grow, they produce more. So I'm testing every container in my house. Right, I have pepper plants in them, in tomato